So in just a little over a minute and 10 seconds to be exact, into his WBA Bantamweight Championship defense against Juan Carlos Payano, Naoya Inoue completely knocked Juan Carlos Payano out cold. Just knocked him out. Knocked him completely out, man. He hit him. He kind of like grazed him with with the left jab, and then just full on hit him with the right hand. That completely stiffened up Payano's legs, reeled him backwards like a domino, and the back of his head hit the canvas pretty violently. And Payano was done. Payano was out. He was out. And now Inoue is not only living up to the term the monster. You know, they've been calling him the monster since way back when. You know, since he was like a contender on the come up, pretty much. Um, he like honestly, the name monster doesn't even do the level of devastation that this guy is imposing on his opponent's justice. He's just completely obliterating these guys now. Jamie McDonald in around, and now Juan Carlos Payano in around. You know, like these are two guys that should have been his sternest tests. That should have been his toughest tests. That should have given him two of his hardest fights, his most competitive fights at the very least, compared to his past opposition. Especially considering the fact that he's now in his third weight class, his third complete weight class. But he's just blowing through him, man. You know, he's in the World Boxing Super Series, and ostensibly, if he happens to win the World Boxing Super Series as a whole, I mean, he's pretty much the man at bantamweight outright. You know, even more so than he had been against when he had pulled off the second round knockout over Omar Narvaez a few years ago, to ostensibly beat the man and become the man himself. The division filled up a bit more when you had Sisaket, Quadras, Estrada, Gonzalez, etc. Filling it up. But now at bantamweight, I mean, he's pretty much going to be fighting against the toughest field of opposition you can really think of, or at least the toughest field of opposition that probably any bantamweight has faced anytime recently. So Inoue is the shit, man. That's all I got to say about it, man. Inoue is a badass. You know, up until recently, I'd been considering Shisakitsu Rungvisai as the pound for pound number one, just by virtue of how good the wins and emphatic the wins were over Gonzalez and then Estrada subsequently. Great wins, fantastic wins, but still wins that he arguably lost two out of the three of. And I mean, even yesterday, against Iran Diaz, he was having a little bit of trouble with Iran Diaz. But now Inoue is fighting elite level opponents, or at the very least, top level opponents. Maybe not elite like pound for pound esque level opponents, but top guys in a given division type opponents, and just completely washing them. I mean, he just destroyed McDonald, and he now just destroyed Payano, and like, he's just making it look easy. He's making these guys look like they don't even belong in the same ring as him, as it were. I mean, although you can say that first round knockouts aren't necessarily a determiner of class so much as they might be a determiner of power and or chin or lack thereof in certain instances. But McDonald and Payano are guys that are normally very durable. I mean, Payano arguably should be an undefeated fighter, considering a lot of people, myself included, felt like he actually won both fights against Rashid Warren. But Inoue did serious damage to him. Serious, that was ugly. Like, that's the type of knockout that you imagine that Payano might not box too much longer after something like that happened to him. Wow, I'm really amazed. I'm really taken aback by that. I did think that at some point he would stop Payano, but I didn't think it would be in the first round. I thought that Payano would put up actually a very good fight up until the point where he would be stopped maybe late, round 7, round 8, round 9, something like that. But man, Inoue is he's a destroyer, man. He's a destroyer. There's nobody doing what he's doing right now. Lomachenko ain't doing it. Crawford ain't doing it. Spence ain't doing it. Wilder ain't doing it, and Wilder's a heavyweight. You know what I mean? Joshua, no. Canelo, fuck no. Inoue's a pound for pound, man. That's all there is to it. You know, people that don't like him can kick fucking rocks.